You know when you stroke a cat and it shuts its eyes and it purrs, or you clap a dog and tell it, who's a good boy, you're a good boy. That dog will pant a happy, contented pant. Horses, rabbits, hamsters, birds all respond to human interaction. Even plants grow better when you talk to them. Human beings are the same. We need interaction. We're designed to be interdependent, not independent, which means people need people. You're a people, so like every other human on the planet, you'll need contact, conversation and interaction. If we're feeling stressed, then we need people even more. Managing stress is not a one-person job. And while all the videos in this playlist give you ideas on how to help yourself, you can only take yourself so far. A vital part of feeling better is doing everything we can to calm, comfort, reassure, encourage and motivate ourselves, but also recognising and responding to our need to engage with others. In fact, if I was asked to name my top 2 stress tips, it would be 1, a hug from someone kind will stop a panic attack quicker than any pill or technique. And 2, talking to another human who can listen and understand us releases the pressure that builds up inside us. A pressure cooker releases the pressure building up inside it through the little valve thing on the top. Human beings, we release pressure through our mouth by talking. We can bottle things up inside and put a mask on pretending we're fine, but eventually something has to give, and that will be either our physical health will become unwell, or our mind by becoming distressed. The build-up of pressure behind our mask will always have to come out, and it will always be in ways that we really don't want. But we can change this bottling up, putting on a mask strategy. That's something that's in our control. Letting someone in by letting them know that we're not fine. In fact, we're very far from fine, is as vital a skill for managing our state of mind as all the other videos on this channel. I think one of the difficulties we might have is that talking about how we feel requires someone who can listen. Now, not everyone is able to listen. They maybe can hear, but listening involves patience, understanding, and taking an interest. We might not have someone with those skills in our life, and that's where turning to a doctor or the nurse at your surgery can be a good option. Medical staff are as happy offering us a listening ear as they are looking at our skin rashes or ingrown toenails. And on top of that, there's also phone lines, services like the Quick service in East Lothian, or Breathing Space and the Samaritans. They actually have the most skilled listeners we could hope for. So if there's absolutely no one in your life, either at home or a friend or at work, then talking to someone about how you're feeling at your doctor's surgery, or making an appointment with a counsellor, or on a phone line service will equally help us and let us release all that build-up of pressure inside us. A little tip for the males watching this. I realise that our half of the species are not always confident knowing how to talk about our feelings. That's probably partially because we're never really taught how you actually do it. So we don't even know how you start a conversation like that. And I guess partially we avoid it because we maybe don't have the language for it. I mean, like what does talking about your feelings even mean? So the way I think of it is we don't need to talk about a particular emotion inside us. We should instead talk about our lives. Talk about what's happened to us rather than trying to say what's wrong with us. A good way into conversations like that is to tell someone you trust, that you've been watching these videos. That can often start a conversation when the other person asks, "Oh, why are you watching them?" Then you can explain what you're learning from these videos and explain what made you watch them in the first place. I guess an alternative is to ask someone that you're close to, do you ever feel like fed up or overwhelmed or a bit lost? Ask it just as if you're curious. Most people like the chance to be invited to talk about their life. And you can then explain, that's how things are for you right now. It can be useful to keep in your mind that you're not looking for answers to this or advice, just a chance to talk about it. And even say that to the other person. If they start wanting to fix the problem, just say, no, it's okay. Like, I'm not really needing you to do anything or have a solution. I just wanted to talk it through with someone, really just so I can make more sense of it in my own head. And I'm only doing it because this guy on the video told me that I shouldn't be bottling things up, so I thought I'd better talk to someone. Whichever person you can identify, whether it's someone that knows you really, really well, or if it's a stranger on the other end of a phone, doesn't really matter. It's making the opportunity for yourself to verbalise, put into words what it's like to be you, and let some of that pressure get released.